And after that, here Tal simply castled long side, and he is ready to launch an attack. And now for black, it's better to just go for h5. This is because if white goes for h4, now there are multiple options for black to continue this game, like queen to c7, or maybe he can push a6 so that he can stop the move knight to b5 in the future, or he can just simply go for knight to e5, centralizing the knight. And if white tries to attack by pushing f4, that will be an inaccuracy because of knight at g goes to e4, attacking this bishop. And after this bishop goes back to g1, now black can go for castle, and you can see black is doing great. But guys, in the actual game, after Tal castled, here black goes for queen to a5, and that's an inaccuracy because you can see for black it's better to just think about king safety first. And in the next move, white can go for knight to b3, which is going to target the queen. But instead of this move, here Tal decides to go for king to b1, which is also fine, covering this a2 pawn. Okay, now rook to c8. And you can see in the next move, black is going to exchange this knight so that he can bring this rook into the game. But Tal is Tal, and he strikes from the another side of the board. He goes for g4. And now for black, it's better to just exchange the knights so that after bishop takes d4, now comes bishop to e6, so that in the next move he can sack his rook and then to go for queen takes a2 check. But that's not a big issue because white can simply just push this pawn to a3 to stop this all. But in the actual game, after the move g4, here black goes for and now for black, it's better to just go for knight to h6 so that he can stop this pawn push, so that he can stop this pawn from pushing further. But instead he goes for a6, and again knight to b3 is possible for white. But Tal has some another plans. He develops his bishop to e2, and again for black, knight takes e4 is better, or black can either go for bishop to b6 as we discussed earlier. But he made a mistake by playing knight to e5, and that's a mistake because now Tal goes for his attack. Now he pushed g5. And since this knight is now attacked, so it's better to go for knight to h5. But black made a mistake by exchanging the rooks, and in this position Tal goes for this amazing move. Instead of recapturing this rook, he decides to capture this knight by g takes f6. And for black, now it's better to go back to h7 so that after recapturing this bishop, black can capture this pawn. But he made a mistake by capturing on d1. This is because of the following sequence. And guys, now Tal simply captured this bishop, threatening mate in one, so that's why. And in this position, Arthur resigned. because clearly you can see black is material down and he cannot do nothing against these two beautiful bishop pairs and these two powerful knights. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.